all the many cars on the What Car long-term test fleet, the ones that work the hardest are the ones that are used by the photographers, like this Lexus CT200h. It's been run by staff snapper Will Williams for the best part of a year, and it's clocked up nearly 20,000 miles in that time. Now, Lexus is keen to stress that this is a premium hatchback, and one thing that we've noticed is definitely very premium is the price. Now, standard, this car costs around £30,000, but with all the options we've got on it, it's more than £34,500. Now, as you might hope, for all that money, you do get quite a bit of equipment. Now, of the things that we like, one is this keyless entry system, which is really quick and easy to use, and these door mirrors which dip and dim automatically. Another great thing is these leather seats, which are really comfy and supportive, and it's great that you can put a tiny bit or loads of heat into them. What is not so good though is the fact that the seats have started to crack and wear in some places already. One thing that is not comfy though is the ride, and this is something that everybody in the What Car office has complained about. It is, in a word, awful. You find yourself trying to avoid even the tiniest little hole in the road, and it's good to know that Lexus is going to do something about that on the CT200h in the next year. The hybrid system is what will attract most people to this car, and it is the same as you get in a Toyota Prius. The downside of that is it gets quite noisy when you get up to motorway speeds, and it's not got as much oomph as we'd like from a car this expensive. This isn't the engine's fault, but you also get quite a bit of noise from the road coming into the car when you get up to high speeds as well. But things do get a lot better around town, and Will says he likes to put the car into EV mode a lot of the time so it runs just on battery. If he did that a bit more often, then we might be seeing a little bit better fuel economy out of this car. With his long distance runs, we're not getting anywhere near the claimed figure, unfortunately. But he hasn't been able to relax totally while driving the Lexus. Instead of having a hand operated or a button operated parking brake, instead there is a lever down there that he's got to poke with his left injured leg. Not ideal, and he'd rather have a simpler hand operated system. The other downside of storing the hybrid system underneath the car is that you lose a bit of space from this boot, and it's quite small in here. In fact, all you can get is enough shopping for maybe 2 for a week, and not much in the way of camera equipment. Will's ended up putting most of his stuff on the back seats most of the time. So sadly, most of the things that have stuck in our mind over the past year with the CT200h have been the niggles rather than the positive things. We might be willing to forgive them if it wasn't quite so expensive or was a little bit more practical.